I'm joined today by Elliot from Gulch. Elliot, how's things? How's the last couple of days been, especially in regards to the band?
Pretty good, man. Better than I expected, honestly. Yeah, we dropped the record at like 9 p.m. on Thursday, and when I woke up, all the records were gone. So it's pretty cool, pretty exciting.
I mean, fucking, as someone that was there at 9, watching each particular vinyl sell out was fucking insane. Was this always the plan? Was this like a surprise release and a surprise drop? Was that always the plan, or was it circumstantial?
So I mean, I didn't really know we were gonna just kind of drop it with no pre like promotion or anything. I mean, we kind of as a band wanted to do like as little of that as possible because we just kind of like it when a band just drops it. It's like, okay, yeah, it's coming out this day, here it is. A little bit of extra promotion, I mean, can help, but I feel like it's too much sometimes, especially for us.
Can you tell me a bit about life pre This Is Hardcore? Because it felt like so much change with that. How was your Bay Area hardcore existence pre that set? Was it like handfuls of people, or is there a good scene where you are? Because I'm down in Hollywood, so I'm fucking miles away.
Yeah. No, the Bay's always had a crazy ass scene, honestly. Especially like in punk and like metal. I mean, hardcore over the years, but I feel like as of lately, it's been more on the map. I mean, it comes in waves, like maybe 10 years ago, it was like super big and then it died off for a bit. But this is hardcore kind of really put our name out there, I guess, to like normal people who don't go to shows, like local shows every other weekend. So that was kind of cool.
Yeah, it was like, I'd see. The thing is, I know that festival by reputation. Like, I know here there's Sound and Fury that does a similar kind of thing. But like, with you playing at This Is Hardcore, can you tell us a bit like what that experience and what that festival is like? Because I've only seen the video footage and it looks everything just looks fucking insane.
Yeah, so that was my first time going, actually. Honestly, unless I'm playing, like I don't get out much anymore, so it's kind of cool to go for that. I don't know, man. It's just like crazy. So many bands, people everywhere. I mean, like all the merch outside. Like they had this big open area where all the bands were selling merch, and it was just like people in line all over the place. Like it's a big deal. I guess it was like the first time I seen anything kind of like that since Sound of Fury. Because, like I said, I don't get out to those a lot, but yeah, man, it was super organized. I mean, Joe Hardcore did as well. Like, took care of everybody. So it was a cool experience for sure.
So when it came to that day, like obviously it's the Hate 5-6 video set that kind of fucking blew up everywhere.
Yeah.
Did it stand out? Did it stand out as a set, or was it just kind of just another day at the office stuff?
I mean, yeah, I don't know. It felt like kind of the same thing we're always on. I mean, we always do the same shit regardless. We're just doing it to do whatever we want. Have fun. And I guess it was more of like a. I don't really know how to explain what I'm trying to get at. Where it's like it's more serious. I guess it's like at local shows it's like we know everybody, like they already know what we're about. Like there's not much like expectations, but there I felt like a little bit of pressure, honestly. I mean, it doesn't change how we do things. It's just like a weirder experience, I feel like. A different like approach to it.
Like something that I've enjoyed about the last couple of days, because this album's kind of been looming large for some time. When it kind of has been something that people have been waiting for so long, and it's just 16 minutes of extreme aggression in so many different facets and stuff. Like, was that just how things had to be? Like how the songwriting came out, just super fast, super intense, but it's a lot of ideas packed into a short amount of time.
Yeah, I mean, we don't usually try to make it too like serious where it's like, okay, we need to have long songs, they need to have this kind of structure. It's just kind of like, short and sweet's always kind of been what we've been about. I mean, that's the kind of stuff I'd rather listen to. I mean, at least for hardcore, like death metal, like a 5 minute song, I'm down with. But hardcore, it's like you can't get away with that, and I'd rather it not be that way. So, I mean, there was a little bit more pressure. I mean, not for me because I don't have to write anything, luckily, besides the lyrics. But it's one of those things where it was like we're just going to continue to do what we want, anyways. And if people don't like that they're short songs or that the thing's only like 50 minutes, well, oh well, like that's all we wanted to do, anyways.
Elliot, one of the things I love about these chats and getting the chance to meet the people that write the music, I love the laid back, like laissez-faire attitude when your music is the total opposite end of the spectrum.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like we're all just kind of like doing our own thing. Like we've always been about doing shit in San Jose and the Bay. So when we first started the band, there was no expectations. Like we didn't care to do anything outside of like local shows. Like here and there, like maybe we'll put out like the demo and then the EP and that was it. But then this random like hype train came along and kind of like rolled with it, and we were like, okay, like fuck it, we're already playing all these shows, we got this shit lined up, so might as well just make the most of it. So it's like if the next record doesn't do good, oh well, we weren't here to be like doing this shit forever, anyways. That was kind of the plan.
Like, what was it like? Like you quite rightly say, it was like the I think you said hype train. I think you said, but it was like it really was. It felt like fucking 0 to 120. Like your name went from being nowhere to being fucking everywhere. What was it like? What was that? Was it pretty surreal to kind of be a local band that care about local hardcore shows and the rest of it, and suddenly like a global entity out of nowhere?
Honestly, yeah, it's hella weird because none of us really, yeah, like I said, we didn't have the attitude going into it. Like if nobody picked it up, like whatever, we would have moved on with our lives. But now it's like, damn, like people I don't even know are like, hey man, sick, sick record. I'm like, cool, like that's weird to me because it was always people I knew at like local shows. That's like what we were focused on. So it's like they have all this attention from people that I straight up have never met. I'm like, I don't know, it's kind of weird. It's cool though. It's like I appreciate it, but we're not that kind of like band to be like, oh, we want hella people to know us. It's like we just do it because we want to.
I love that, man. I love that. Do you feel like you fit with what's going on? Because it feels like this last fucking year, this last couple of years, it feels like US hardcore, like so many bands have done things that seem to have captured people's attention. Like Code Orange is obviously the one that people point at, but like Judiciary, like fucking King Nine, yourselves, Vane, Jesus Peace, Gatecreeper. It feels like Jibolba, like all of these fucking bands playing heavy shit, feels like it's fucking breathing some life into this shit. It's like it's not just about yesteryear. Do you feel part of something, or are you just being Gulch?
I mean, if I really took a step back and looked at it, it's like, yeah, like the amount of hype we have around the name, like I see it all over the place now, and it's weird. It's like, I guess later on I'll look back and be like, damn, like yeah, we were kind of doing something, but at the end of the day, it's like, bands come and go so often. It's like we're gonna be long gone soon, and some other band's gonna fucking be front page, which is great. That's just how the shit goes, and it's like I don't want to be that band forever where we overdo it and play like fucking 10 years too long. And we honestly thought even after this last shit, we were like, all right, that's it, and then we kept writing a little bit, and we're like, damn, like fuck it, like let's just keep going. And as long as the music's good, then why not? I'm not gonna burn it out though.
Yeah, no, fair play, fair play. And when was the album actually recorded?
Well, we did the promo like almost, I think, a little over a year ago, like, and fuck, so it's been like 6
Holy
months
shit.
recorded, yeah, because we never really did like a bigger label like Closed Casket, because the last one was a homie in Oakland, so yeah. It's like, okay, here's the music, we already did it. He threw it on vinyl immediately, and it was just like out. We already released it before the vinyl was pressed. This time it's like, working out all the details. It's going to go up this day at this time. So it was like we had to sit on it longer, because it's not up to us 100% anymore, which is fine, because the dude from Closed Casket has been super like cooperative and all the shit we want to do, and you know we've just had that kind of like good relationship. So it's been nice, but it's also new.
Like, and so when you've got this record and it's finished and all the rest of it, it feels so. It's such a pisser to have an album that is so violent and aggressive and not be able to see these songs live. It must be killing you.
Yeah, honestly, I kind of like forgot a lot of the lyrics, and I forgot listening to the record for a while just to be like, you know, I overdid it when I like, first got the masters myself. I was like, damn, like you know, I listened to it and I kind of played it out for myself, and I was like, fuck, I should really like not hear it for a while, and then you know, I forgot all the lyrics and shit. So yeah, I'd for sure love to play it live. You know, like that's kind of what we're about. I'd rather do that than just like release music, but yeah, I guess we're gonna have to wait for quite a bit now. So.
So, like, does the album feel old to you then? Because it's been done so long ago. Like, it must feel pretty surreal that everyone's freaking out about these new songs, and you're like, "Yep, did them 6 months ago."
Yeah, dude, it feels like forever ago now. And I mean, we even recorded like 2 other, you know, tracks and for some other shit that's kind of like we're just kind of ahead of ourselves now. We're like, damn, we had all this time. Like, let's start writing again. So we hit the studio again with Jack Shirley and just kind of like, you know, demoed out some stuff. And I don't know, man. It's been a long time. It feels like for sure.
How was it working with Jack? Because one of the things that I find fascinating as well, because probably the thing that Jack is best known for is Death Heaven, like 11-minute long progressive songs, and this being the total opposite end of the spectrum. What was it like working with him, and how would you describe your relationship, especially as a vocalist? Because it's always like the weirdest, most intimate thing with a producer and a vocalist is different to other musicians. What was your relationship like with Jack?
So honestly, I didn't really have to work with him like at all because I did all the vocals with our guitar player Cole because he actually went to audio engineering school back in Arizona. Like,
oh, sick!
Yeah, so we used to actually record like all our old band stuff through him. All the first Gulch stuff he did, and we did the vocals like at a shop or in the house, or like all the demo stuff and like the promo tape, and I think a few songs on the record actually I did in his car. We recorded both in the car. So Jack really just had to mix my shit, you know. And
hold on, you can't just drop that on me. You recorded, you recorded the vocals of the record in Cole's car.
Yeah. Done a hell of times because he has like a screen printing shop in San Jose, but the neighbors like don't leave sometimes until late, so we kind of have to wait until they're gone. And so one time we were just like, you know, fuck it, like let's just do it in the car because it was only the promo tape, you know. And then we ended up just doing the record in the car too. I don't know if Jack knows that, but fuck it.
I'll tell you, mate, honestly, I've been interviewing hardcore bands for like fucking 18 years and I haven't heard anything like that. That is fucking superb. Honestly, congratulations on the success of the record. It's been one of my favourite things I've heard all fucking year, and I'm incapable of playing it once it finishes and I'm like, it's got to fucking start again because 16 minutes ain't quite enough. And I cannot wait for the world to open up and you to be able to take this on the road. When you said earlier that like you when you did the EP and the demo was just like, well, we don't even know if there's going to be anything after this. Does this record and like particularly this last couple of days kind of make Gulch something that you're going to stick at? Because there's no fucking way I'm having you lot drop this and leave us.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, we still have stuff planned. Like I said, we already have new stuff written and recorded. It's just kind of like whatever we feel like, you know, if it's going in the right direction that we want it to, yeah, we'll keep it going. But like I also said, I'm not going to play it out. You know, if it gets to that point where, okay, you know, we're just kind of dragging it out, we're just selling merch just because we can or some stupid shit like that, is like, you know, maybe we'll move on to something else and just call it a day and then go out on a high note rather than, you know, 30 years down the road and it's like the same band playing the same songs to like 10 people. You know, I never want to do that.
Yeah, well, like a long way to go before then, man. Right? Thanks again for your time and the record fucking slams. And I managed to get one of your black shirts before they sold out. I know that it's a fucking nightmare getting one. So shout out to me for being on the fucking button.
Hell yeah. Thanks, man. I appreciate it for real. Thank you for having me.